Hey, this is Dave. I am back from Heroes Con. Actually, I've been back for about a week and a half now. And here's a little video of what I bought at Heroes Con. First off, here is the convention guidebook. I'm not crazy about the art on this, but I think this is done in memory of an artist who, I think it's Butch Guice, who passed away earlier this year, or at least since the last Heroes Con. So anyway, let's get into the stuff I bought. So first off, we've got an issue of Star Spangled War Stories, excuse me. It stars, of course, the Unknown Soldier, as it did for several years at this point. And, well, it was only, I think I paid $2 for this, and it was well worth it. Well, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know, but I do like the Unknown Soldier stories. Found a couple issues of Justice Society of America. I've been wanting to read this series for a while now. I think I bought 2 issues this year. Or was it 3 maybe? Let's see, issue 3, issue 4, and issue 7. I'm still missing 5, 6, and 8 of this series. I already had 1 and 2. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, Twilight Zone. Yeah, I couldn't pass up on this. I decided I had to get this. I think it was, once again, I think it was just $1. It just was, you don't see these very often. And so, although it turns out this is from the 70s, it wasn't something extremely old. I thought at first it might be from the 60s or even the 50s, but it's not. But, and I have yet to read it. I've yet to read any of these comics at this point. Here's an issue of Secret Origins that I didn't already have. I've been working my way through Secret Origins. I'm up to about issue 16 or 17 at this point, and my goal is to read the entire series, all 50 issues, plus the 3 annuals, plus the special. There were some things that were published around this time. This series started in 1986 and ran until about 1990, I think. Maybe a little later than that. Maybe 91, 92. But there were some things that were published in other comic books that were branded as Secret Origins, but that I'm not going to go out of my way to read those, I don't think. But anyway, this is the only issue of Secret Origins I picked up. I'm still missing maybe 15 issues of the series. I have all the annuals, I have the special. It's just about 15 issues of the regular series that I don't have. I don't think this has ever been reprinted. I think some of the stories may have been reprinted in some collected editions that focused on a character, but anyway. Okay, Warlord. Now this I actually picked up because of an issue of Secret Origins. There was a Secret Origins issue, which in fact I think is the most recent one I've read, I think it's issue 16. And one of the origins is supposed to be Warlord, but it's not really Warlord. And then I was doing some research and I learned about this issue. And when I found it, I decided I had to buy it. I have not read it yet. The problem with the Secret Origins issue that featured Warlord is that it was almost more about the bad guy than it was about him. Not a huge problem, except for the fact that they made it out like it was his origin story. And there was a little bit in there about it, but not a heck of a lot. So anyway, so I had to buy this. Squadron Supreme. I picked up, let's see, 2 issues of Squadron Supreme. I think I already have this issue, issue 12. Discovered this when I got home. When I was updating my inventory, my spreadsheet of all my comic books, discovered number 12 was already in there. So, oh well, I think I only paid $1 for it, or something like that. Fantastic Four 231. This was the last issue of the Sienkiewicz Munch run, which ran from, I think, issue 219 to 231, yes. Of course, and then 232 starts the John Byrne run on the series, which ran until into the 290s. And I am planning to read, I have a few issues to read before I get to this issue of Fantastic Four. And then I plan to read the Byrne run of Fantastic, which is, at my pace, is probably going to take me a few years to get through. So yeah, I also picked up issue 268, which is one of the few issues from the Byrne run that I don't have, or I didn't have, and issue 275. And I paid about $3, I think $3 a piece for these. And this one, for some reason, goes for a lot of money online. Not crazy amounts, but, like $5, $10, $15. People are quite often asking for this issue. So I think there's 3 issues left that I don't have. I think it's 270, 282, and I'm not sure. And 296, which actually isn't part of the Byrne run, but immediately follows it. It's the 3-part story that Jerry Ordway drew, which is why I was interested in that one. Let's see. 279. Okay. This is another issue that I bought thinking I didn't have it, and then got home and discovered I did have it. So, unfortunately, I wasted some money. Not very much. I think $1 or $2, but that's too bad. Firestorm. Okay, so I bought the first issue of this series, The Fury of Firestorm, on my 12th birthday at a comic book store. And I read it, and I didn't continue the series. But towards the end of the run, they changed the title from Fury of Firestorm to just, I think, Firestorm the Nuclear Man. And I bought and read like the last 12 issues of that back in like the early 90s. But I've been wanting to go back and read some of these early issues. I still have that first issue I got in 1982. And so I found issues, a couple issues stuck together there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And, they were $1 a piece, so why not? Green Lantern. I love this cover. That's why I bought this issue. I'm a sucker for a good cover, or I can be a sucker for a good cover. I think this is the only cover that has the Green Lantern, Green Arrow team with John Stewart instead of Hal Jordan on the cover. I'm not certain of that, but anyway, that's part of the reason why I bought this. And this is a little before, I think, the Dave Gibbons. I did see some issues from the Dave Gibbons run, the Len Wein, Dave Gibbons run on it. I think I have like 1 or 2 issues from that run. I wouldn't mind giving that a try, but it's not top of the list. It's not something I'm desperately want to read. I've got lots of other things to read, but I couldn't pass up this issue. Here's one of the issues of Justice League International that I'm missing. There's still maybe 7 or 8 more that I'm missing. But I'm planning to try and read this run, starting with, Justice League, and then it becomes Justice League International, and it becomes Justice League America, then they start Justice League Europe, and I think there was a Justice League Quarterly in there at some point. So I have some of the issues, and this is one that I picked up. I also got Justice League Annual number 1. Another one that I did not have. Suicide Squad. Okay, so I found most of the issues of Suicide Squad that I'm missing. I now have almost the first 50 issues. I think there's just 1 issue I'm missing. Unfortunately, this first one here is one that I already have. So I got confused. I should have known that I already had issue 24, but anyway, I picked it up. I think I paid $1 for it. It's not $2 like it says on there. And I also got issues 28, 29, 30, 31 I already have, so 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. And I believe that the only issue I'm missing now in the first 50 is number 27, I believe. Yeah, I think that's I have the first annual. I don't recall if there's a second annual. I know there was a crossover with the Outsiders, I think. Or was it the Doom Patrol? Or maybe both? Or maybe there was an Outsiders Doom Patrol cross? I'm not sure. Anyway, so the only other things I bought at the show were a couple magazines. One of the first places I stopped was the Tomorrow's booth. I picked up this issue of Retro Fan, primarily because of the articles on the Bionic Duo, $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman, and also that article in the lower right corner on the Fantastic Four on Saturday mornings. I remember, I think that was my introduction to the Fantastic Four, was the Fantastic Four Hanna-Barbera cartoon, which I think there was both a 60s and a 70s version of it. I think they showed both of them when I saw it in the mid to late 70s. So that, and the other thing, the thing that I really wanted to get was the 40th anniversary issue of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I have Crisis on Infinite Earths in issues. I have the regular trade paperback, and I have the hardback, the deluxe hardback, I think. But I'm really looking forward to reading this. I actually already bought the digital version, but it looks so beautiful that I just wanted to get this. And they sold out. I had a feeling they would sell out because I'd gotten an email from Tomorrow saying that they were probably going to sell out of this issue. And I can understand why. It's a beautiful cover. So I decided I had to get it. So on Friday, one of the first places I stopped was at the Tomorrow's booth. And thankfully, I picked up a copy. So that's basically everything I got from Heroes Con. I don't anticipate going to any other conventions, well, until Baltimore. I will go to the Baltimore Comic Convention in September or October. I'm not sure which month it is this year. So that's coming up in a few months. But I don't think I'm going to go to any of these local shows, which are basically just, you got a bunch of dealers with long boxes. I've got too much stuff to read. I don't need to. So keep an eye out for my coverage of Heroes Con. I have 5 posts that I'm in the process of getting ready to put up at davetalkscomics.net, which is where you can find my notes blog on everything I've been reading. And I have been reading a fair amount lately. Not all of it is stuff that I love, but I'm working my way through this stuff. And if you're curious in knowing what I've been reading or seeing all my notes about Heroes Con, then, or older conventions, Heroes Con from prior years, head to davetalkscomics.net. Thank you for watching.